Where there's good, there's also evil, and this is especially true when it comes to the world of religion and spirituality, where good must overcome the powers of darkness. So what are some of the different ways that the different religions deal with removing evil spirits? Welcome back to FTD Facts, guys. My name is Leroy Kenton, and in this episode I'm looking at 10 different religions and how they perform exorcisms. And an exorcism, by the way, is the removal or attempted removal of an evil spirit. Starting at number 10, we have Islam. Jinns and unseen beings can enter a human body physically and haunt them mentally. Normally in an Islamic exorcism, the possessed person lies down while a skilled therapist places their hand on their head while reciting verses from the Quran. The azan, which is the call to prayer in Islam, is also played sometimes. Exorcisms conducted in Islam are part of a body of Islamic alternative medicine known as prophetic medicine. Coming in at number 9, we have Christianity. And now Christianity is probably the religion that's most known for exorcism. Christian exorcism is based on the belief that Jesus commanded his followers to cast out demonic spirits using his name. The person performing the exorcism is called an exorcist, and it's often a member of the Christian church, whether Catholic or Protestant. The exorcist calls upon God, Jesus, and even sometimes different angels to help with the exorcism. In general, people considered to be possessed are not seen as evil in and of themselves, because possession is considered to be an unwilling manipulation by a demon that results in harm to self, mentally or physical, as well as harm to others.
Leave now, I command you.
Number 8 brings us Judaism. So the first reference to an exorcism of some sort in Judaism comes in the Old Testament book of Samuel, when David, who later became king, played music for the king at that time named Saul, and he was being tormented by a spirit regularly, and the spirit would temporarily leave when David started playing his music. Jewish exorcism is conducted by someone who is deemed religious in the Jewish faith. Often exorcisms were publicly done in a synagogue or in the presence of a minyan, which is a group of 10 men. The goal is to have the evil spirit reveal its name, and the exorcist then uses the spirit's own name to overpower it and eventually cast it out. There's also exorcisms in Hinduism. So the Atharva Veda in Hinduism is said to contain the secrets related to magic and medicine. Many rituals mentioned in this Veda are for casting out evil spirits, and typically an exorcism is conducted with the mantra and the yajna used in both Vedic and Tantric Hindu traditions. Vaishnava traditions recite the name of Narasimha, which is a powerful avatar of the god Vishnu, and the scriptures are read out loud. Reading the 3rd, 7th, and the 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is also said to help, and also sprinkling water from a holy river is another practice that's used in Hindu exorcisms. Number 6 brings us to atheism. So in atheism, how exorcisms are done is, well, actually it's not done because they don't believe in God. Atheists don't believe in God, so if an atheist does get possessed, good luck, guys, you're pretty much screwed. Sorry, atheists. Okay, moving on to number 5. No, I'm just kidding. But atheists, they view possession as a misunderstanding of mental illness, and these conditions can be hysteria, psychosis, Tourette's syndrome, epilepsy, schizophrenia, as well as many others. So any effective treatment of a mental illness would be the equivalent to an exorcism. Halfway in at number 5, we have Buddhism. So in Tibetan Buddhism, there is a belief in multiple realms of existence. Humans, gods, ghosts, and demons, all of them inhabit their own realm. When a person dies, they are in a state of limbo known as bardo, between two states of existence. So instead of experiencing rebirth, the spirit of the dead person may actually end up as a ghost that still holds on to physical desires. This is when an exorcism may be necessary. Also, an actual demon can possess a person, and some common exorcism methods in Tibetan Buddhism are making offerings offerings and performing rituals to appease the demons, as well as yarn spindles are put outside of a home or on a tree, and the colorful threads actually attract the spirits, and once the spirit is captured in the trap is then burnt to destroy the spirits. We got Sikhism at number 4. So Sikhism does not have a concept of demons or Satan like the previously mentioned religions. In Sikhism, it teaches that indulging the ego is the source of evil actions. And the ego has 5 basic components. There's the pride or the ankar, lust or kam, greed or lobha, attachment also called moh, and anger is known as krodh. Sikhism teaches that diligent contemplation on the qualities of Waheguru, which is God in Sikhism, meditation and prayer to God is the only way to be delivered from these. Doing this calms the voices of the ego and leads to an awareness of being one with God. Only 3 more religions left, and at the number 3 spot, we got Voodoo. So exorcism in Voodoo is done with spells and chanting. There is, however, no set formula for them. But a common type of exorcism ritual would look like this. So the possessed person is brought into a room where the sorcerer or the voodoo priest is beating a drum. All the curtains are closed, the room is completely black, but they do have several different candles that are lit. Often things like dried beans, beads, as well as water in some sort of container are laid out in the room, and oil is placed on the person who's possessed. Then the voodoo practitioner would go into a trance and would at the same time be chanting prayers for the evil spirits to leave the person. The second spot goes to the religion of Taoism. In Taoism, a person can be possessed by an evil spirit for 2 reasons. The first reason is a person disturbs a ghost, whether it's intentional or not, and the ghost now comes back and wants to get revenge. Another way a person can get possessed is if someone else uses black magic to conjure up a ghost to go and possess them. Chinese ritual officers and priests ordained by the celestial master will perform exorcisms, and Taoist exorcisms include chanting, physical gestures, as well as praying to cast out the evil spirits. And finally, the number 1 religion is Scientology. This one is very fascinating. So Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard, he wrote that humans are infested with body thetans, and these are said to be souls left behind on Earth during an intergalactic genocide. These demons would detach themselves from the human body and leave after they, as well as the person that they are attached to, relived certain past events. Scientologists believe humans are immortal beings that have lived for trillions of years. And L. Ron Hubbard, he actually created a technology that allows people to re-experience events way back in time. They undergo what are called audits, which are pretty much exorcisms of some sort, to remove thetans after continually experiencing events from the past so that they can be recalled vividly. Yeah, very fascinating. But anyways guys, that was a look at 10 religions that practice exorcisms, and I'd love to hear everything that you have to say about anything that I mentioned. Sound off down below in the comment section. Yeah, do you believe someone can be possessed or not? And now if you enjoyed this video, you gotta check out the one that's right by my head right here. So just tap the annotation. Also check out my social media links. Those are below in the video description section. So follow me, shoot me a message, and I'll do my best to reply to you as soon as possible. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join the FTD Facts family, and stay tuned to every single episode that we post. And we post daily. See you soon.